All right, so welcome to the part 2 of the Linux server series. And this is the part 2. So if you didn't watch part 1, go back and watch that and come back to here. So in this one, we have our AD running, and then we have our client running as well. So now in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure a DHCP server in this domain control, okay? Right, so first of all, let's install the packages that we need. To do that, I'm going to enable this first adapter again, and I'm going to disable the adapter 1, okay? So do this. Right, so the command is sudo apt install isc DHCP server, and let's do all. And the password is 1234, and we are installing. Right. So to run DHCP, you have to select which link that you're going to use. So if you run IP link show, you can see there is the loopback is there. ENP0S3 is there, and ENP0S8 is there. My new one is not here. That means my local or the internal adapter is not there. So I'm going to enable it again because I want the ID for that one. So I'm going to run it again. There should be 4 after some time. Okay, so seems like, okay, I got it. So that means ENP0S3 is my NAT, and ENP0S8 it should be my internal networks. Just to make sure, I'll run ifconfig. So from here, you can see ENP0S3 is the NAT, and ENP0S8 is the internal network, right? Okay, so let's edit the DHCP configuration file. So sudo, no, it is not typing. Okay, sudo nano etc default and isc DHCP server. Okay, so here you can see some lines have comments. So what we have to do is set the interface to ENP0S8, and then we can carry on with the rest. So here you can see the interfaces for IP version 4. We have to mention ENP0S8. So this is the interface that is connected to my internal network. Okay, so I'm going to mention this interface, and I'm going to press X, and I'm going to say yes. Just to check whether everything's saved, I'm going to go here, and you can see the interfaces for IP version 4 is my interface. So just to double check, I'm going to run a ifconfig. Yeah, we are good. We are good. Okay. So I'm going to exit. I'm going to clear everything. Right. Then let's configure DHCP settings. So you're going to say sudo nano, and you're going to configure the DHCP configuration file. So same as before, DHCP. And then you're going to go to dhcpd.conf file. Here you can see there's lots of things commented and mentioned here. So what we are going to do is we are going to mention the range, the option routers, option domain names, and also our domain name and the default lease time and the maximum lease times. You have to mention all these things here, right? So everything is commented. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write everything from the beginning. Let me see whether we can like uncomment this. Feel like rather than uncommenting, it's easier to type this. Or you can just, you can see here. Range. Okay. Yeah, let's do this like this. I'll just type it because otherwise it's going to take a long time. Okay. Otherwise, you have to uncomment this subnet and then write everything for the subnet. This is how we are going to do it. So I'm going to say subnet, and then our subnet 172.16 0.0, and our net mask should be mentioned, and it is 255.255.255.0, right? And you're going to open brackets and you're going to close brackets. So within the bracket, you're going to mention all your configurations. So you can see down here, the same line is there, subnet 10.152.187. So you can uncomment this and edit this as well, or you can like entirely start typing it from the scratch. I'm going to do that because it's easier. So the first thing, I'm going to mention the range that I'm going to assign IP. So it should be 172.16 0.20 to 172.16 0.100. That's the idea. Okay. And then the option routers. So I'm going to say option routers. So that is going to be our default gateway. So 172.16 0.1, right? And then the option domain name. So option domain name servers. So in our case, the domain name server is 172.16 0.10. That's also done. And then the option domain name, right? In this case, you have to write it inside double quotes because it's a string, simply saying. So fct.kel.ac.lk, and that's also done. And then you have to mention the default lease time is, let's make it 600. And the maximum lease time, 7,200. So in this case, as you saw, the default lease time is 600, right? So the meaning of 600 means 600 seconds, okay? So that means it's going to be 10 minutes. And the maximum lease time is 7,200. So that means it's around 2 hours, okay? So that's what I did here. So next up, everything is done. Let's just go down to see whether there's any problems. I don't think so. Right, looks fine. I'll double check my spelling one more time, just in case. So go up here, subnet 172.16.0.0.0, net mask 255.255.0. Range is range 172.16.0.20 to 0.100. Okay, looks fine. 16.0.1, 0.10, option domain name servers, spelling is okay, option domain name, default lease time, okay, lease time, okay. It's better to double check everything, otherwise you're the one who's going to be in trouble when you start troubleshooting, right? So I'll save this and say yes. Now let's enable and start the service. So you're going to say sudo systemctl restart ISC DHCP server, and then let's enable it. So I'm going to remove restart from here and type enable ISC DHCP server. So if we have any errors, we'll see it here when we are enabling it, but you can see the execution was successful. So we can check the logs if you want to check the status. So I'm going to clear everything and I'll run the command sudo systemctl status ISC DHCP server, right? So you can see it's active and running, and you can actually see if clients are getting IPs. You can check the log like this. So you can simply run journal ctl xe. From here you can get it, but since we didn't assign any IPs, we will not get it, okay? Or you can actually get the log file from sudo tail f var log syslog. Okay, from syslog you can get it as well. But in this case, we are not going to have it because we didn't get any IPs. So let's move back to our client and see whether we can get an IP from the DHCP. So let's double check. First of all, let me remove this network adapter. Okay, now we are running on our adapter 2, which is our internal one. So I'll log in back to my PC. Yeah, good. So I'm going to go back to my control panel. Can I see my previously typed one? No. .ctl. Go here. You can see the domain is there now. So go to properties. I need the administrator. Okay. Wrong password. Okay, good. Go to here. Use IP addresses automatically. Okay, so let's say okay. Say okay. Hopefully we'll receive a IP address. So I'm going to go to my CMD and I'm going to say IP config. Yes, so you can see I got IP from the DHCP server 172.16.0.20 because that's where we started the range. So everything looks good. And you can see that there's a new log. DHCP request is there. So let me show it to you. So you can see there's a DHCP discover from ENP0S8, and there was a DHCP offer 172.16.0.20 to this specific desktop, which is my desktop. So very easy to configure. Now we have a running DHCP server in our Ubuntu DC. So try this out as well.